Hi everyone, today's class will be a strengthening drill to help you prep for your forearm stand. So we're going to be focusing a lot on arm and shoulder strength. And thank you to the Patreon members who voted in the poll for this video. If you would also like to request video topics or themes or drills, make sure you sign up for our Patreon. All the membership details are in the description box below. So let's get straight into it with a dolphin pose. Your elbows will be around shoulder width apart, so you can just grab opposite elbows to measure that distance. Placing your elbows down. Interlace your fingers in front, so a bit of a different dolphin pose here. Try to press down into your pinky fingers and try not to grip your fingers too hard, just keeping a loose interlacing of the fingers. Pressing down into your forearms, press down into your elbows. Just tuck your toes under and lift your knees. Now notice straight away if you're dumping a lot into your shoulders or if you've got your head down onto the mat. This isn't a headstand, we're doing our forearm stand prep, so make sure you press into your elbows and your forearms so much that you can lift the top of your head off. Now your knees can stay really bent here. Try to think of a downward facing dog where you're lifting your hips up and spreading the sit bones up towards the sky. Scoop your belly in like you're hollowing out your belly so that you're really working into your core to support your lower back. You can relax your head to look towards your toes. And just holding here, pressing into your arms, pressing into the elbows, into your pinky fingers. Taking 2 big breaths. And then slowly now you can start to lower those knees down. Okay, so today you might just be working on that dolphin pose if you're already feeling a little sore, maybe you're already feeling a bit shaky and that was already pushing your edge. Otherwise, the second round, we're going to work on some forearm push-ups. So you want to keep your hands in the same position, tuck your toes under, pull the lower belly in again, lift your knees, lift your hips. Perhaps you can now start to straighten your legs a little more. You might even pedal out your feet or shake out the hips side to side like you would in your downward facing dog. Just feeling that stretch into the backs of the legs, along your back. Check in that you're still engaging your core. Okay, and remember, you can stay right here, or you can just come back here. Otherwise now, we're going to look forward. When you inhale, bring your shoulders forward. Try to get your chin to touch your thumbs. When you exhale, lift your hips back and up. Press into those elbows, press into your arms, coming back into that dolphin pose. Remember your head stays off the mat. Again, let's inhale to come forward. Bring your chin towards your thumbs, maybe coming right up onto those tiptoes here to lean your weight forward. Exhale, press into your hands, press into your arms and your elbows. Lift those hips back and up. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, pushing back. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale to push back. Good, just 2 more. Inhale, come forward. Exhale to push. Last time, inhale. Exhale to push. And then gently just drop those knees back down. Sit back towards your heels for a moment. And you might come to a child's pose for a moment. Letting the shoulders round forward. You can roll out your wrists, shake out those hips left and right. Resting here, catching your breath. Okay, and then this time we're going to add onto that again. So first option was to just come into your dolphin pose. Second option was to find those push-ups, bringing your chin to your thumbs. This time we're going to work on building more strength into the shoulders and arms, putting more weight onto them so that we can start to get used to that feeling of what it will be like when our legs are up in that forearm stand. So you can come up against the wall if you have a wall or just the door at home. And what we're going to do is we're going to be facing away from the wall. You can move your mats, you can keep your mat there. And it doesn't really matter so much how far your legs come up, okay? So we just want to focus on really putting more weight onto the arms and the forearms. So set up with your arms. It doesn't really matter how far away, maybe just a little further away to begin. Pressing down into the elbows, pressing into your forearms, into your pinky fingers. And then now, remember to keep your head off the mat. It's not a headstand. This is really important. Press into your elbows, lift your hips, and now start to walk your feet up the wall. Okay, so you might just be about halfway up. Perhaps you can walk your legs all the way up. And depending on how far away from the wall you are, you'll have a bit of a different position with your body. But we want to make sure that we find like a plank position here. So tuck your tailbone under. Try to push into your elbows and your forearms. Pull your lower belly in, squeezing through your inside thighs. Okay, so you're active through your legs. Keep pressing into those elbows. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly walking your legs back down. And maybe you're sitting back towards your heels, maybe coming back to that child's pose for a moment. Catching your breath. Okay, so make sure that you're feeling really solid with these 3 drills before you move on, okay? It's really, really important that you have a good solid base and foundation before you try to kick up into a forearm stand. Otherwise, you can risk, well, injuring yourself, but also you just can't support yourself. It's like building a house on a slippery base, okay, or on wet concrete where it's not set, it's sort of wobbly, so it's like the house is just gonna slide out at any time. Okay, so we don't want that. We want to build that really strong foundation, strong base for your house. Okay, so if you are feeling really strong now, this time you can start to practice kind of kicking your legs up one at a time, and you can also do this against the wall. Okay, so let's just pretend that I am against the wall. Same thing with your arms, pressing into the elbows, pressing into your forearms. This time you want to make sure you're looking forward towards your thumbs. So we're starting off in that dolphin pose. Okay, and then you can walk your feet forward towards your elbows, starting to get that stacking of your hips over your shoulders. Okay, and if this feels really scary already, just stay right here. You don't have to kick up. If you like to start to practice with kicking up, you can lift just one leg at a time. Try to keep your hips level. Look forward towards your thumbs. Bend into your bottom leg. So sometimes we think of trying to kick up with this top leg. Instead, we want to spring with the bottom leg. Just do a little light hop, and maybe that's it. Okay, maybe another little hop. Maybe that's it. Perhaps maybe you can start to hop a little bit more, and then start to find a little bit of air time. Okay, so maybe today you're just working on that. And then swap sides. Doing a little hop, another little hop, and another little hop. Okay? So don't worry about actually getting your hips up. Just start to get that feeling of hopping and putting more weight into your elbows. Give that a go. Let me know how you find these drills. Remember, the aim isn't to actually get into the forearm stand yet. We're working on drills and building the strength to eventually get up there. So start with that. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And remember, you can always request videos if you're a Patreon member. You can vote for any drills. Sign up in the description box below. See you next time.